So, good morning, Brita. I've got lots of light on me, but sun is in and out. I'm not sure whether to close blinds or not. I think I better hide in case it's glaring in my face. We want as much light as possible, but I don't want to have to squint and have you wondering. Maybe that's a bit better, not sure. I do have quite a lot of light on me. You will need a chair for this practice, okay? A chair without arms, preferably, so we can open our arms without any worry of bumping ourselves. And when you sit up on your chair, some of the practices can be done standing. It's a choice, but this is actually, I've sort of designed it as a chair yoga practice in line with what I am incorporating into my training as a yoga therapist. Obviously not everybody can get to the floor. Not everybody can stand up for periods of time. They need the support of a chair. And sometimes even if we are without limitations in that we can stand and get to the floor, it can be quite nice to practice in the chair. So Buddha, good morning. Namaste. Namaste, welcome. I'm Linda Premanandi, yoga teacher of over 7 years now in the tradition of Gitananda. So classical Rishi culture, 8-limb yoga, 8 branches of yoga. We put the same emphasis on all elements of the practice. So not just physical work, philosophy, even yogic counseling, deep relaxation, yoga nidra, pranayama, meditation, and also the ethics and values that we live with in our everyday lives. It's all just as important, and really you can't progress from one to the other unless you have the foundation in a nice, firm, robust place. So happy Diwali! Yes, it's Diwali celebration, the celebration of light. People are celebrating this tradition throughout the world, but obviously in India. And it's the time of year when we welcome the light into the dark. So light candles, we have fireworks, firecrackers, celebrations, people get together, have a feast, create lovely sweet treats. So, you know, while we have the firecrackers and the fireworks going off at Guy Fawkes, they have them going off around Diwali, and the sentiment is really beautiful. It's about finding the light and maybe not always looking for it in an external way. We all have our dark corners, we all have our dark moments, but looking to find the light and bring the light into our everyday lives. Finding it inside. And a practice of yoga, mindful yoga, becoming aware, becoming totally aware of your thoughts and your actions before maybe you take them, because quite often we act before we even have thought it through, and that can lead us into a bit of a I apologize, I have a tickle today, to lead us into some suffering. So yoga, you could write a list as long as, you know, not just one arm, but 3 arms or more of what it is and what it means to people. And it depends on where you are, it depends on your own perspective, it depends on your own attitude, what it is. But in these sessions, I'm trying to give you, every Sunday morning, a little taste of all that it can encompass. Not easy to do in an hour, so that's why I don't just do a standing physical practice or a lying physical practice or what people call a vinyasa or a flow. I'm trying to give as many people as possible, with a therapeutic approach to my teaching, the opportunity to experience yoga, because it is an experiential phenomenon, if you want to call it that, or experiential practice, philosophy, science, art, way of life. Way of life. You have to experience it. You can't just read it from a book. There are many good books. You can read them and you can learn from them. And that's brilliant. We can reference things, we can learn. We can choose which practices that seem to fit us better. But there's no point in leaving them in the book. We have to practice them, we have to bring them into our lives. So today we're going to do quite a therapeutic practice, sitting in the chair. So if your feet, when you're sitting in the chair, don't quite reach the floor, you know, because we can all have the same body parts, but they can be different lengths, widths, density. All of it's good, okay? But if you do feel that your feet don't really feel grounded on the floor when you sit up with a straight back and your sit bones are pressing into the chair, not slumping back like this, not leaning back, rising up with a straight spine like you would be if you were sitting on the floor in Vajrasana or in Padmasana, all those different poses, cross-legged or on your knees. Get some blocks or books, because it's really important that you feel connected with the earth or the ground, okay? That for me now is too high. My knees are slightly higher than my hips. So you need to feel as though, as much as possible, that your knees are in line with your hips, you know, and your sit bones are pressing down. And if you've got padding, and I have lots of padding, I'm grateful for it most of the time. I lift the padding up and I feel my sit bones on the chair. And my knees are directly in front of my hips, okay? And my feet are directly under my knees. And I feel a connection with the floor. We're not pressing down as much like we do if we stand. I will show you from a side view. Okay, so things are in alignment, giving me the best possible chance to breathe well, for the diaphragm to rise and fall, for my ribs to expand and contract. They don't really contract, but they open and close more than contract. Contract's maybe not the best word. My shoulder blades are softly down my back, and my collarbones are open, and I feel quite comfortable, and I feel an energetic rise up my spine. I'm not holding it rigid like this, like I'm standing to attention. I'm just allowing the spine to find its upward energy. And you know, you hear people say about this string through the head pulling you up, and that's fine. You can think of that around the center of the crown, and your chin is not jutting up, it's not jutting down, okay? It's in more or less a level plane with the back of the skull. So that's how we're starting our practice. And I would like you to have a drink of water, or a drink of lemon tea, or some herbal tea. Water is good though. I've got warm water. I prefer that to cold. Handy, because you know you need to keep hydrated. We're going to be doing some breath work. So let's come into our yogic practice now. So sitting up nice and straight, close your eyes. Close your eyes and just start to draw the senses inside. So what do I mean by that? Maybe you are sitting in a room that you know very well. So when you close your eyes, you don't need to look, and you can sense where you are in the room. You can sense maybe where the camera is, or the screen you're looking at. You know you have an inner vision of where the chair is, where the light is coming into the room, whether the door is closed, whether there's somebody else present, or whether you are practicing alone. Whether the room is warm or cool, Noticing what you can hear. So before we withdraw, we just witness what is there. Before we take it in, we just witness what is there. What we can hear near to us and far from us. What's close to us and what is far away in terms of sound or even in terms of movement around us. Is there a sense of something else moving? Maybe a breeze, maybe a person, maybe an animal. What connection do we feel with the earth through our sit bones on the chair, through our feet on the floor? Bringing the body into a sense of ease as we extend through the spine, all the way from the tailbone, noticing with our mind's eye as the spine extends upwards, without physically stretching, without physically putting any emphasis on any part of the back, an energetic rise upwards. And as you inhale, see if you can rise even up further, lengthening, creating space, just consciously with your mind. You're not really moving anything. The breath is moving, the diaphragm's moving, the ribs are moving, heart is beating, circulation's, everything's moving really. But you are not externally moving anything. There's a stillness. Noticing any smells that come to your nostrils. Nostrils are for smelling and breathing. Mouth is for talking and eating. Notice the quality of your skin. Quality of your skin on your face. Is it smooth? Is it tired? Do you feel heavy? Or do you feel well rested after your night's sleep? Notice the aliveness in your hands. You know that you're alive without looking to see if you've got hands. Feel the aliveness in your hands, your fingers. Maybe in your chest as you breathe. Maybe the shoulders. Maybe the sit bones as they press into the chair. Or the feet as they are gently on the floor. Now let go of all of the noticing, let it go. Just let it be parked and fade away, let it fizzle out. Let it drift away, so that you are just in your body, sitting on the chair, prepared for your yoga practice. Bring your hands to your heart in Namaskar Mudra, prayer mudra. Hands pressing together. And blink your eyes open and give yourself a moment to just come into the space. Just notice how you feel now. Do you feel slightly spacey? Or do you feel calm? Just sitting up straight with an open demeanor in the front body and a strong back. We're going to start to warm up, okay? And what I'm going to do first is just shake out my right hand, just shaking it off, making the wrist nice and limp, and just the elbow and the shoulder. And be careful because you're on a chair. I have no idea what dimensions your chair is. I'm actually on what they call a yoga chair. That's just an excuse to charge you 60 quid more. But it's nice in that it's firm, it's robust, it has no arms. And I'm just going to let my arm, there you go, and the left arm. Okay, so the hand first. Just let the wrist become really limp. Just just shake out any tension you've got, and then the elbow, and then the shoulder, and we'll just do some shoulder rolls. So just up, you can place the hands gently on the thighs, rolling them up and back, and see if you can really get in there. And maybe you place the palms facing up this time to come forward. I think that sometimes makes it a bit less clunky, because it can be more difficult to roll the shoulders forward for some reason, well, for me anyway. Okay, and shake them out again. And let's just, with the knees bent, you can leave the knees bent. I just want you to lift up the right foot and flick out the right foot. So, you know, if you feel unsteady, if you are recovering from COVID or anything else, or rehabilitating, you know, the support of the chair can be really good, give you a bit of confidence in case you get tired, and rotate the ankle of the right foot. Rotate it one way, and you can feel a little bit of strength in the core coming on, you can feel a little bit in the thigh. So, you know, if the knee is lower, that's fine too, just opening up the ankle. See if you can sit nice and straight though, and as I say, if you want to hold the chair, do, but don't grip it. And then without kicking the chair, extend the leg. Extend the leg out a few times and let it go. I'm hoping you can see everything, because I can't see without my glasses and the sun was in my eye. I think I'm okay. I think I can, yeah, you can see most things. Okay, so left leg. So lift up the left knee, but it doesn't have to be really high, okay? Lift it up to where it feels comfortable, and just flick out the left ankle. With the tradition in Gitananda, we start with the feet, the first skin of the body, and we work from the feet up, just warming up, because we need to make sure every single part of the body is engaged in the practice. And then some rotations. And you can hold the knee if that makes you feel more steady. But try not to lean back, okay? See if you can lean up and the other way, and really, really rotate those ankles, and just use the big toe to draw a circle. And then when you've done with that, see if you can sit up straight. You don't have to hold the chair, put your hands on your thighs if you feel strong, and just extend the leg. Yeah, and see if you can just do that without gripping, okay? If it's too hard, lower the leg. Lower the leg will give you some support under the thighs, and that will make it a bit easier. So don't suffer, and you can just sit up nice and straight. And I'm just going to wobble my knees, okay? Back and forth. A bit like that thing they do in the Charleston, okay? Just shaking my knees together, and just getting a little bit of freedom in the hips and the inner thighs. It's quite nice, that can feel quite nice. So this time, I'm sitting up nice and straight. Again, you can hold the chair, but try not to grip. If you grip, you're going to create tension. Lift up the right knee, and I want you to really see if you can get it a little higher now, okay? So if you can breathe in, bring the knee up, breathe out, and just let it drop down, a bit like if we were lying on the floor doing a Panasana, okay? Breathe in, and out. See if you can get rid of any tension in the shoulders. The arms are going to stretch the shoulders a little bit here, okay? So breathing in and out. That's good, good. And bring the leg down on the other side. Just grab hold of the shin if you can. If you can't grab hold of the shin, hold the chair and just lift the leg up as much as you can. Breathe in here, squeeze, and out. I'm letting the leg hang under my knee. Okay, I'm not really doing much with the muscles there in the leg. Breathe in and out. Nice. Breathing in and out. Good. Place the foot on the floor. Again, sitting up really straight. So, you know, you're safe. You're not going to topple off. You've got the pelvis back more, yeah? Yeah, so the pelvis is back more, and the back is rising up straight from that position. Breathe in here, hands together, make sure there's nothing around, and open out. Stretch up as high as you can, and just look forward for now. And breathe out, bring the arms down. Breathing in, stretch it up. your ribs away from your hips, okay? Try and lift them away from the hips. Breathing out, bring it down. One last time like this, breathing in. Now see if you can bring the hands to the head, okay? So the hands, the palms of the hands are to the head, and just enjoy that opening in the chest. See if you can draw the elbows back. You don't have to sort of squeeze the head. Just gently place it on the head, opening the shoulders, opening your chest, and breathe in, press it up, and breathe out the back of the hands. And you know, if you feel that's too much, go back to this way, but see if you can come with the back of the hands and notice how that feels, if that feels different for you. A couple of breaths here, just opening up. Soften into an easy kind of attitude, you know, so even if something is difficult, you don't have to go beyond your limitations, but if you tell the mind you're softening into something. Yeah, I can feel there's a bit of tightness in my right shoulder here. Breathe in, stretch, and ping it open. And shake it out. Shake it out. Looks like a nicer day here in Cardiff than it was yesterday. It was quite rainy and dull, not a day to go out, so I stayed in and studied my work most of the day. We're going to just take a couple off side because I'm going to do some breath work, so I just want to make sure that the side body is really as spacious as it can be when you're sitting in a chair. Okay, and this kind of position when you're sitting up straight is perfect for doing pranayama practices or meditation. You certainly shouldn't fall asleep when you're sitting up like this. Okay, keep you alert. So my left hand is coming to my chair and I'm just going to press down on it a little bit. Okay, a little bit of resistance. I'm breathing in here with my right arm, and as I breathe out, I'm keeping my feet engaged. I'm not wobbling off the chair. I'm not lifting my butt. I'm stretching out my side body. If my neck is okay, I can look up or I can look down. Just want to think about the side body. See if you can keep the arm extended as much as possible. Breathe in here and allow it to come down. Breathe in, left arm up, and breathe out. Really see if you can press into the right side of the chair as you extend. And you keep breathing, you don't stop, you're not holding your breath, you're breathing in and extending. And you're breathing out and seeing if you can gradually contract the belly. And breathe in. And shake it off, don't hold any tension. Bring your hands together at your heart, link the fingers. Breathe in here and press away. Now just pressing away, my palms obviously are facing the camera. I'm pressing away from my shoulders. I'm not hunching up like this to press away. I'm pressing away directly in front of my shoulders. I'm going to bring it up. And then I'm going to bring the left hand to the outside of my right knee. And I'm just going to bring my elbow back onto the top of the chair. Depending on your chair, you could bring it to the bottom like this. Yeah, I'm going to just look to the side. Re-engage your sit bones, re-engage your feet on the floor, and also extend the spine. Because I just want you to find this position and feel comfortable in it before we twist more deeply. So here, extend the spine. Breathing out from the belly button, I want you to twist. But don't twist the neck so much, it has to come from the abdomen and the spine. Breathe in, sit tall. Breathe out, release, and maybe you can look back or maybe you look to the side, but don't hurt the neck, okay? Don't stretch too far looking right for the neck. One more time, breathe in. And one last time, and twisting. Breathe in, look forward, and come forward. And just shake off your hands in case where you put them was a bit, of pressure, and you got a bit of tension. Try not to hold tension. Okay, so the hands again to the heart, link them, press them out, in line with your shoulders. So you can feel the scapula, the shoulder blades at the back opening slightly, and slightly, leaning back. You can do it, it'll open slightly more, but keep the belly engaged. Breathe in here, open up and really be as tall as you can be. Really stretch your armpits. And then you bring in the right hand outside of the left knee, okay, and the left hand behind you or on the back of your chair, wherever feels comfortable. Breathe in here and twist to the left and stop. And don't go any further until you've re-engaged your feet, re-engage your sit bones. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, gradual contraction of your belly as you release to the left. The belly contracting and breathing out will help you release into the twist. You don't ever want to push into a twist. Last time, breathe in, sit tall. Breathe out, really twisting to the left. Don't strain the neck though, the neck can be even here. Let the neck and the head follow the spine. Breathe in, look forward. Bring the arms forward, and again, shake them out in case doing the stretching or pushing on the chair give you a little bit of tension. So the neck and the head next, okay? Because we're going to do some, we're going to remind ourselves of the deep three-lobe lung breathing that we did a couple of weeks ago. So just making sure our neck is in good shape after twisting. Please breathe in and drop the chin. And just find the traction in the back of the neck. Let the head be heavy and pull the neck. No need to rush. Make sure you're engaged through your feet and your sit bones, that you don't feel unstable. Keep your eyes open. Breathe in. Draw the head towards the left and towards the back. And as you breathe out, you're coming back down towards the right. And we're going to do that 3 times. So you're breathing in to lift, heading out towards the left. Keep the shoulders soft, don't let them scrunch up. If you meet any choke points, you can pause and breathe and see if you can breathe into that spot and allow it to soften without lifting your shoulders. Breathing in. We're going left, and really do this very slowly because your head is heavy. Keep the eyes open so that you don't feel faint or you don't feel dizzy or the blood pressure doesn't dip too much. Keep the eyes open. Back to the center and breathe in and lift up. And just pause here. Let things settle down, no rushing around with it, no need. We'll go the other side. Breathe in, dip the chin. We'll take another breath in here. Coming up and back. And I hear some crunching. I feel some crunching in the cervical spine. It's just the vertebrae opening up a little, creating a little space. But you're being very gentle because you're using your breath. You're breathing in to lift. Allow the head to feel a little bit like one of those big bowling balls, yeah? So it's going all the way around. You'll notice the tender points. You'll notice where you might have a choke point, and you need to pause and breathe and be slow and mindful as you carry on. Or you need to come back up. If it's not good, come back up. So all the way around. This is such a lovely practice, and I can feel I'm a bit tight here. I had a new pillow and I don't think I used it right last night. And come back to center and breathe in and come back and just pause. Yoga is about union with yourself, so it's about becoming aware. Union with your true self, so we learn how to become more aware. We're going to do some side work now. So I just want to breathe in to the right and out to the left. Breathe in to the right and out to the left. Just gently releasing with the out breath Breathing into the right and out to the left. Breathe into the center, come back to center and pause. Please breathe in and lift the chin up to the right corner, wherever the right corner is for you. Okay, and encourage the left ear to the left shoulder. Notice the stretch on the right side of the neck. We're just going to breathe into it for 3 breaths. Breathing in here, breathe out, we let it release down. That's all we're doing, is releasing with the breath. We're not pushing it down. Breathe in here, breathe out, allow it to stretch, breathe in and out, and just allow it to stretch. You can lift up your left hand onto the right ear if that suits you, and take one more breath, breathing in and breathing out. So allowing the hand, the weight of the hand, you're not pulling, don't pull. It's a deep stretch. Breathe in, press the left hand against the left ear and raise back up in a really safe way. We'll just do the other side. So it's important that you use the breath to help you. In breath creates space, out breath allows you to release, without pushing and pulling and insisting on your body doing something. Let the body catch up with the mind. Listen to the body as opposed to the mind. Okay? Other side. Breathe in, left chin comes up to the left corner. So my ear is in the right position to come to my right shoulder. Breathe in here. And breathe out. I'm allowing the ear to come towards the right shoulder, but I'm not pushing. Breathe in, feel space created. Breathe out and release, so you start to feel a stretch on the left side of your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow it to stretch. It's an unusual stretch for us. We're not used to doing it, so give it time, be patient. It's just the breath bringing it down. I'm not doing anything else. Soften the face, soften the shoulders. Don't tighten the jaw. Soft skin on the face. Breathe in, lift the right hand. Maybe you can place it on the left ear, but don't press it down too hard. Don't pull. Breathe in here. Breathe out and just allow the breath to lengthen the left side of your neck. We'll just take one more breath there. Breathe in and lengthen. Breathe out, and please allow the weight of the head to guide you, not the hand. The hand is just there to give you some extra support, some confidence, some extra weight. Breathe in, release the hand. Bring it under the right ear and don't move until it's there. Then with your next in-breath, you bring the head up. Good. And a few shoulder rolls here, just to make sure. And you should feel, I don't like the word should. You feel what you feel, but I do feel personally a lot more freedom around my neck now, and I feel like, good. And bring it forward, and see if you can just bring it back. Not if you've got glaucoma. Stretch the neck. That can be nice. And come back to center. So we are going to just get back in touch with the lungs. Just doing that practice though with the neck, what we've done, I can already feel a lot more freedom in my lungs. I'm more aware of my breath in my body. So again, check in with your feet, make sure that they haven't gone to sleep. You could shake them out, sometimes they're not, if you have poor circulation and they get cold, wear socks, because we're not so worried about standing up a lot in this. We might stand up a couple of times, but just be comfortable. Feel the engagement with the floor, feel the knees in front of the hips, feel the sit bones on the chair, spine rising up, soft shoulders, broad collarbones, broad chest, strong spine, no tension. I am not sitting with tension. I am alert, but I'm still, and I'm not holding tension. Okay, so the lower lobes. So again, dig for them. Yes, the lower floating ribs. Let's have a look where they are. They're here. And let's remind ourselves. Yeah, let's just remind ourselves, we're not going through the whole practice. I just want you to remind yourself of where the lower lobes are. And the lower lobes are connected to energy systems and also functional systems for the lower body. Okay, lower lobes. Fingers are together. We're just going to do 3 breaths here. So close your eyes and think of bringing the breath into the lower lobes. Think of the front, the side, the back. As I said, we're not going through the whole practice. This is a reminder. So close the eyes, sit tall. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Expand in. Release out. Expand in. Release out. Place the hands on the thighs. And just come back into the room. So it's just a reminder. Need a lot of practice with the deep breathing and the 3 lobular breathing. It's so important though, if it's the only thing you did is change your breath, you could actually change your life and change your health. It's so important. So, the mid breathing. Okay, so that was Adam Pranayama. Okay, Madhyam Pranayama. So, I'm going to put my hands just above my breast right here. Okay, just to remind myself of mid-chest, more or less around the heart area. And you can bring your hands together like this, just to remind yourself. Now, if you don't feel like holding here, you can maybe just hold in the middle. Yeah, in the middle, place one hand on your thigh. But don't place the hand up on your thigh. I'll explain that another time. Place it down, okay? So let's just remind ourselves of the mid-chest. Close your eyes, please. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Big breath in, front, side, back. Breathe in. And out. Please lower your hands. Open your eyes. If you need to move your legs, shake out your legs. Do so. You know, keep changing your position if it's not suitable for you, or if you just feel that the circulation is settling in your feet or your feet are cold. So now we're thinking of the upper lungs, all the way up here. Okay, and at the back. So it can be difficult to get in touch with the upper lungs when you bring your hands behind, but it's important that you do get to do that and understand the subtle differences. But for today, as a reminder, I'm just going to place my hand just under the clavicle. Okay, it's just under, so it's not squashing the clavicle, it's not going up to my throat. It's just maybe under the bone, yeah, under the bone. So just find where that is for you. The hand can be just on the floor. Don't squeeze it in, allow it to open slightly. Okay, so close your eyes, please. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, and out, in, and out. Using the hand gesture, the Sparsha Mudra helps your brain to help you learn and focus on which part of the lungs you want to bring the breath into. You're going to increase capacity and stability and even function of the lungs with these practices. So you've been sitting on your sit bones a while. If you're on a hard chair, you might think, I want to get up off this chair. So we're going to learn how to get up and down without touching the chair. If you're able to, you can touch it if you like to. So pressing the feet into the floor. If you have to hold the chair, hold it. If you feel you want to learn to get up without holding, join in with me. I'm pressing my feet into the floor, okay? My knees are in front of my hips. I'm going to breathe in, press the feet, and I'm going to come up, okay? So just doing it mindfully. And as we're standing now, let's just shake up the arms, shake up the legs. Maybe you need to wiggle your bottom a little bit. Maybe you need to pat it. Just to get some movement back in. Shake up the legs a bit without kicking the chair. Don't kick the chair. I don't want you to hurt yourselves. And you can come and sit back down. So how do you sit back down? Okay, well, you need to make sure you've got the chair behind you in the right place. Okay, but it can be quite good fun as well to learn how to come back down without looking, okay? So you do your chair pose, so you're going to breathe in, straighten up, and breathe out, and soften your knees and send your pelvis back until it lands safely. It can be a bit scary initially if you think, oh my goodness, where's the chair? So here we are, we're on the chair. So we are going to bring some sound in the practice now. Now I don't want you to worry about your voice. It is not about the voice. It is about the vibration and how when we exhale, if I told you breathe in for 6 and breathe out for 24, you might think, oh my God, I can't do it, I'm going to struggle. But if I told you to breathe in and make a nice long ah sound, there's a chance you could make the exhalation last longer, which will help to completely, use as much air exhalation as possible, getting rid of, gases and toxins and all those things, ready for fresh air to come in. But it also has a really good, very good effect on the heart, the cardiovascular system, and it also brings, some wonderful vibrations into the whole of the nervous system, the whole of the energy system. So we're going to use some sound. We're going to use ah, oo, e, mm. Okay, ah, oo, e, mm. It can be really nice, and we'll try and make it a bit more fun and make some movement in there as well. So we're going to start with, and the sounds, those different resonances have different impact on different parts of the body. The ah for the lower, the oo for the mid, the e for across the heart and up to the head. So it has different influences. But you can also, choose to have a focus wherever you feel you need the help. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to do some single leg lifts. So I'm going to lift like this, my leg out, okay? If my feet are dirty, I don't know. And as I breathe out, I'm going to go ah, okay? Don't worry if it doesn't last as long as me or anybody else that might be practicing with you. It's not relevant. I just want you to feel the ah as you exhale, and as we stop then, for you to notice how that feels. Okay? It's a very therapeutic practice this morning. Okay? We're taking it easy. We're enjoying. No striving. Okay? So sit up nice and straight with the feet engaged on the floor. The mind is ready for action. Okay? So we are breathing in and extending the leg. You can feel it in the thigh. Okay, I'm not really singing. You can call it chanting or just making a sound. Okay, so breathing in, stretch it out, really stretch. Place the foot on the floor. Last breath in, breathe in. Just notice, single leg leg lifts are no joke, they're quite hard work. So just notice. Other side. Breathing in. Stretch the leg up, arms out. When you're breathing out, make it really make it from the abdomen. You know, this kind of jaw to core, this abdomen sound. And then you need the resonance here. Not okay? This way, okay? Everything is open, so you should be able to feel it here. Okay, so breathing in. Hopefully you can, anyway. Try one more time. Breathing in. Good. Just sit with it, sit with the resonance that's left, the vibration. This time we're going to do ooh. So notice the difference that the sound makes to your whole system. If it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay, sitting up nice and straight, bring the hands in to the heart. Make sure you're not going to hit anything. Breathe in here. And we're doing ooh. Just where you feel the sound. Breathing in. Breathe in. Into the mid-chest maybe. The hands on the legs. Close the eyes for a moment. Just notice. Just notice. So when you're working on a specific sound that is linked to a specific area of the lungs, you can, if you like, concentrate on breathing into that area. It's just using your mind. Or you can do the 3-part breath, which is low, mid, upper. And if we're breathing in for 6, it's usually in for 2, lower, 2, mid, 2, upper. I don't want to complicate it. It's up to you. So you can either focus on the part of the body we're doing, or you can think, no, I'm going to really practice my 3-part breathing. We're going to come to stand up, and we can use the chair to help us, or the way I was just showing. Breathing in, press the floor, come up. And I just want to use the chair for this. You can use it just standing, or you can just use, you don't need to lean on the chair, is what I'm trying to say, because my head is going in the wrong direction. Okay, so this time, feet under the hips, hip distance. Pressing the feet into the floor. You can sit to do this as well. I'm going to demonstrate this next. Breathe in, raise up the arms. I'm going to do the R sound as we come to bend our knees and lean on the chair. Until there's no breath left. We press the feet in and we come up. Completely let it go. Press the feet in, breathe in and come up. Soften the knees. welcome to sit back down if you are not already sitting. We'll practice that going forward. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. And just notice how it makes you feel. Doesn't matter how it sounds. It might help also if you've had cold and things like that. It might help to clear this area of the chest. You know, it might help to bring stuff up, which can be helpful even though it's unpleasant. So I'm going to breathe in here and I'm coming forward with the R. Till the breath runs out, let the head run. Breathe in here, up you come. All the way down, breathing in. And one last time. Breathing in and come back up and just sit. And we're just doing one more. So sit please. We'll do E and We'll do two. So the E sound is next. Okay? And all of these different sounds resonate when we chant Om. You know, it sounds like Om or but all of these sounds, all of these seed sounds, bija sounds are in the sacred sound of Om. Okay? So we try E next. So bringing the hands above the head, this is the in-breath. We're going to do E. Breathe in, bring the arms up. Anjali Mudra. Last round, breathe in. Relax with the hands on the thighs. Close your eyes if you need to feel the difference. And where did it resonate? Where did you feel the sound? Where did you feel the breath? And come back into your practice. And the last sound we're going to do is the sound. And we'll use a hand gesture, a mudra, a hasta mudra, Brahma mudra. And this is the Brahmari breath, okay? So it sounds a bit like a bee humming. It's not a bzz, it's a The sound of enjoyment, the sound of satisfaction, that that goes right through us. And we feel good when we say do you like that? So that's going to resonate all the way through the whole energy, from the bottom of the spine right up through the crown of our heads. And we can either do the Brahma Mudra, so bringing the thumb to the little finger and closing over and bringing it here. That can be fine. Or you can even bring your fingers into your ears. You won't hear me, but you don't need to. We're doing 3 rounds. Okay, breathe in and then you out. You can either bring your hands there, or you can sort of close off the senses by using your fingers, 2 fingers on your eyes, thumb in your ears, and the ring finger above the lips, and the little finger below. I'm going to use Brahma Mudra today, okay, this one, but you do what you like. We're doing 3 rounds, okay. So, Brahma Mudra is thumb to little finger, but without over, stretching. If you have tender fingers, just do what you can. And wrapping the fingers around so they're closed, and then we bring it above the belly button, just here, with the knuckles touching if possible. Not all of them might touch at the same time, but you do what you can, okay? Shoulders open, elbows down, nice and firm on your chair. Breathe in. Breathing in. Fill the lungs. Breathe in. Drop the hands. Close your eyes for a moment. Just notice how you feel. Just need to check the time. And it's up to you if you want to come into Shavasana. Lie on the floor in Shavasana for 5-10 minutes, that might be good. Or if you want to sit in meditation, take your place. I'm just going to guide you for a few minutes. So either come to the floor, lying in a straight line. Maybe the knees are over a bolster or a pillow. Legs are rolling away from the body with the feet just rolling gently apart. The heels can be together if it's comfortable. Arms rolling away from the body. If you're sitting up, maintain your nice erect spine, but taking a sense of ease in the body. So you're not slumping, but you are not rigid like a ramrod. Close the eyes. And just for a moment, bring the awareness to where you feel the breath. Is there a sense of a little more definition or clarity in terms of where you feel the breath? The Brahmari breath, the different pranayama with kriya, movement with the breath is kriya. The little movements we did, the reminding ourselves where the lungs were, the lower lobes, mid, upper lobe breathing. Then using the sound with movement, different sounds for the different areas. Taking time to notice how that has maybe influenced how you feel. So accepting that your yoga practice doesn't always have to be about striving, that the subtle practices are even deeper. So welcoming those into your life as well as the other asana, physical practices. So you take on a rounded self-care approach, a balanced approach. What does your mind need? What do your emotions need? What does the breath need? What does the spirit need? And what does the body need? not giving one more attention than the other. The whole person. Yoga therapy is about working with the whole person. So I'm going to give you some peace for 2 minutes to relax. So please, with your next breath, prepare the mind and body for movement. Maybe deepening the inhalation. Maybe letting go of any residual tension, stress, burden, lethargy through the exhalation. Just releasing it all and leaving it behind. You may want to stretch. You may want to rotate the ankles. Rotate the wrists, maybe wriggle and wiggle the fingers. Coming to your side initially, keeping the head low, keeping the energy quiet and still. Take a few moments there. And when you are ready, and you are comfortable and you feel okay, come to a seated position just to finish our practice. So whether you're sitting on your chair still or sitting on the floor, nice erect spine. Just draw your hands together and rub them together. Create some heat, some nice energy, some nice healing energy. Maybe give your shoulders a little squeeze with the warm hand, just down your arms. And the other side. And just rub them together again. Place your hands over your eyes, over your face. Bring the hands together, bow the head. And just notice how you feel. Becoming aware of how you are in this very moment after your practice. The observation of what the practice offers you. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you. Namaste. I think it was the 16th practice that I've shared to date in Sharing is Caring Sunday. That time goes so quickly. And I will continue to do them for the 52 weeks of my yoga therapy course. And I also upload them to YouTube. So all of the practices are there in a playlist called Sharing is Caring Sunday. So if you want to revisit them and build your practice as a foundation using those videos, then that's fine. Please do so. And share them to anyone you think might need the help. I've put them on YouTube so that they can be shared in a simpler, more effective way. And there's a lot of work going on at the moment in terms of COVID recovery. Not that this work is just for COVID recovery, it's not, but there's a lot of work going on at the moment. There's an awakening, a realization that the subtle yoga practices, the practices of the breath, the practices of the guided meditation, the practices of the simple movements, the slow mindful movements are really incredibly helpful with helping people rehabilitate through COVID, so I'm looking into that and want to get involved in that. So anybody you know that is in that position that you think might benefit, need to check with their GP, of course. I'm not a doctor. Check with whoever they need to check with, and maybe start using the practices because they're very accessible. I am starting teaching online again. I do teach for a studio online, but for my own classes I've neglected slightly because of all of the study I'm doing, but I really want to get back into that now, and I've put a kind of course together which starts on November the 23rd, every Monday evening, 6:30 to 8. It's going to be on Zoom. I am promoting it today, so it will be 6 weeks, will lead us up to, from the 23rd of November, it will lead up 6 weeks to December the 28th. People who want to join me will have physical practice, pranayama, guided meditations, all of those things, with a little bit more depth, a bit more explanation. There will be some materials to share, even some stick figure practices maybe to share, and I may well create some specific videos for that. It will be on Zoom, but those people who can't come live, I will give you the link to the practices so you can come with me. So watch out for that today, and hopefully some of you will come with me, because I haven't done that kind of face-to-face Zoom teaching with my own students. I've done it through studios for other people, so hopefully you will jump on board with me, because that's important to me too. So thank you very much. Have a lovely Sunday. It's a nice day. Go for a walk. Have a lovely time. God bless you. And again, happy Diwali.